a couple of days ago, the January transfer window fully opened for everyone, and this is one of the most important ones as a Wimbledon fan that we've had in quite a while. To be honest, we're inside the playoffs in January, and we need to get it right, especially as we have Ali and Bugle out for pretty much the whole of the month. It could be even up to 10th of February. So it's going to be a massive miss. We need to get these deals right. We got it right in the summer. Can we do it again? Today we're going to go through of just some players that I think Wimbledon should sign or have a look at in the January transfer window, and hopefully get them in, because they will definitely be really good replacements for the players that we have for a month. And if everything goes right, we will have a really good squad come the end of Jan. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. As always, if you're new, we're on the road to 1,200 subscribers, and let's get into this video. There are so many players out there looking for clubs that have had a really, really good start to the season, and I have named a couple of them. We've got some suggestions from people on Twitter that have replied to my comments. Thank you to everyone that put a suggestion on there. And I'll try to include as much of them as I can. But the first one that I have got is Ronan Curtis. He's a free agent at the moment, ex-Portsmouth player. He did his ACL, was out for about probably a whole season, I believe it was. So that's why he hasn't been playing at all and does not have a club. But there was rumours that he was training with Wimbledon. Like, we've had players in the past that have trained with Wimbledon. We had Asmir Begovic trained for Wimbledon when he was a free agent, then he signed for QPR, so it could just be something like that, and then going to sign for a higher club in League One or League Two, something like that. But as he was playing for us, training with us, sorry, and he was apparently on the bench sitting with us at the Portsmouth away game, which we won 5-2. So it'll be a really, really impressive signing, and especially on the left wing, we have a lot of options, but he would definitely go straight into the starting 11, I believe, if he plays like the way he did before he got injured. He scored so many goals against Wimbledon, it's unreal. A little bit more about his career. He started his career at Derry City in Ireland, playing 100 games, getting 24 goals for a left winger. That is really good stats. And for Portsmouth, 226 games and 57 goals. Really good stats as well for a left winger. Got a lot of assists in that as well, and played against Wimbledon so many times, and he's had amazing performances, and he's just a really skillful player. He's techie down the wing. You don't want to be the right back against him, to be honest with you, but he would be a great addition for Wimbledon. Another player which I have got down, he's from the National League. I've got two from Aldershot Town. The first player that we'll start with is Josh Stokes from Aldershot Town. Pretty much plays in a cam, can probably play up front or even go a little bit back in centre midfield. He is a really, really good player for Aldershot. I'm not sure if he will go to League Two. I believe he's maybe League One, bottom championship quality. I've heard a rumour that apparently a team in League One has put a $500,000 bid in for Josh Stokes, so it might be pretty much breaking the bank if we do want to sign him. But who knows, we signed Ethan Chislett from Aldershot a couple seasons ago, and he's playing in League One now for Port Vale and still playing really well, an unreal player. But he will be really good. The start of his career, he's only 19 as well, by the way. He started at AFC Sudbury, then went to Aldershot, 29 games, and scoring 15 goals from cam, which is really good. He's just a creative player, which is someone we need just behind. I know Bugle and Pell have been playing in that, but if you get a youngster which is so creative, he can chip in with goals as well. He'll chip in with goals and assists, and he'll feed in Ali Al-Hamidi, Josh Davison, Omar Bugle, whoever's playing up front. He will play so well with them, behind them. So he's definitely a really good player, which we have to look out for, and hopefully maybe we can put a bid for him, but it may be breaking the bank. But another player from Aldershot Town that I've got, which is a lot more realistic for Wimbledon to sign, is Laurent Toler from Aldershot, a striker. He's really good. I watched both Josh Stokes and Laurent Toler in the FA Cup when they hosted Stockport County at home. They drew 2-2. Stokes scored 2, I believe, in that game. He was unreal. So was Tolaj. He's one of those players which you just don't want to be a centre-back against. He's so physical and strong up front. He holds up the ball really, really, really well. So it's definitely a type of player that we need, especially when you're playing alongside Ali Al-Hamidi. Tolaj is a lot more stronger than Ali, and he'll feed the balls in. He'll do all the dirty work just like Omar Bugle does, which we need them. We need a player like Omar Bugle at the moment playing up front who will score goals, chip in with goals and assists. Just because Ali Al-Hamidi and Omar Bugle are off to the Asian Cup for Iraq and Lebanon, so they'll pretty much be away. I believe they could be back for I think believe if they both get knocked out in the group stage, it could be Mansfield at home at the end of the month, something like that. And if they both get to the final, then it could be the 10th of February is the final. So after that, they will be back, which that misses about 7 or 8 games, which is a lot of games. And January is one of the most important months of the season. So will Wimbledon fans want them back as early and get knocked out? Possibly, but you want them to do well. They love to represent their country and do well, so you got to give them fair play for that. But those two players would definitely help out the attacking scene 100%. So just wanted to say sorry if you hear any banging. There is someone's doing something in my house, so if there's any banging, then I'm very sorry for that. The next player that we have got is recalling Zack Robinson from Dundee. To be honest, he hasn't been that impressive this season, but he's gone to Dundee on loan a lot of times in the past couple of seasons and has scored quite a few goals. This season he's only scored 2 in 13 appearances, but he's one of those players which puts his body on the line, chips in with goals and assists quite often. He scored a really good goal against Charlton a couple of seasons back, assisted by Ethan Chislett in a 1-1 draw at Plough Lane. It was a really good goal, just crossing, got his head on it, and it went in the back of the net, which is what you want from a striker to so he would be pretty good just for maybe the month of January, and I think he's been a good player. A lot of Wimbledon fans not sure what's like the situation with Zack Robinson at the moment, if he enjoys playing at the club or if he enjoys being up north in Scotland. It seems like he does, as he's been there for a couple of years now, and I believe he's enjoying it more there. But he came back last season, played against Crewe away from home, and then went back to Dundee, so it's really, really weird, to be honest with you. But I think he will play well if he comes back, plays alongside Bugle, Davison, Ali Al-Hamadi, etc. So he could be an option for Wimbledon to recall. I then went onto Twitter and asked Wimbledon fans who we think Wimbledon should sign in the January transfer window to help our promotion and try get back to League One. There was a couple really good suggestions. I picked out 2. The first one from Tom is getting Riley Toler back if Lewis gets recalled. That's a really good point, to be honest. Riley Toler, he didn't actually play the best when we played Portsmouth. He started, he had trouble against Josh Davis and Aaron Sassu. So that may not be the best idea, but to be honest, when we had Toler, he was absolutely unreal. He's pretty much just like a Joe Lewis. Recalling, if Joe Lewis, gets recalled there, it seems like he might do, because Stockport have already had 2 players go back. I mean, they've had 1 player get recalled from Wolves, and but they did sign a player, but he was a left back, so maybe he could play centre back. He seems like the type of player which could play centre back role, but hopefully he doesn't get recalled. Lewis has been absolutely immense for Wimbledon so far, scoring quite a few goals, helping us out in the defence loads. So it will be really, really important if Lewis does not get recalled, as he's such a massive part of this team at the back, especially with Ryan Johnson. They work so well together. So, but as Tom said, if Lewis does get recalled, Riley Toler would be a very, very good option. I think he'd do well in League 2 again. He did well last time in League 2, so I don't see why not he wouldn't do well in League 2 again. So that would be a very good option, especially for the defence at Wimbledon. Another suggestion that we had, it's a youngster, Jude Sunot Bell. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name, but he's from Tottenham Academy, 19 years of age, a striker. He's played for Chelsea Academy before. Seems like a really, really good player. Very young. We've signed a lot of young loanees in the past. It would be a loan, as he's from Tottenham Academy, but we had the likes of Casey McAteer, Aaron Ramsdale, all coming from Premier League clubs. So who knows? But he seems like a very decent player. Since January last year, he has bagged 12 goals in 23 games, which is really impressive for any player in any sort of league. Even in academy, it's really, really, really impressive. And maybe as he's scoring that many goals in an academy, he could easily do that in League 2, the replacement for Ali Al-Hamadi and Omar Bugle as they go to the Asian Cup for the whole of January and the start of Feb. So that could be a very important signing for Wimbledon as well. He seems like a really decent player, strong, physical and fast as well. He's got a very good shot on him. I've seen some highlights of him. He does look a really good player. So we will see what January does for these signings. Also, just some transfer gossip around Wimbledon. There has been a rumour that apparently Luton Town have put in a 1.8 million offer for Ali Al-Hamadi, 15% sell-on clause, but then we might get him back for the remainder of the season on loan, which, to be honest, would work for me. It's a lot of money for the club, and the sell-on clause looks really good, but it's from an account which is not really that reliable, hasn't got a lot of followers. But Ali Al-Hamadi and Johnny Jackson has said we have no plans to sell any players so far unless a ridiculous offer comes in. But I'm not sure how ridiculous Johnny Jackson and Wimbledon want the offer to be for Ali. I don't think he'll go. He's only been here for a season now, and every time he scores, he kisses the badge, taps the badge when he scores. So he loves the club to bits. We've gave him the opportunity to come sign for us, get loads of game time, score loads of goals. So it'd be really good if he could see out the season. He's still got 1.5 years on his contract. He's still got the last couple months of this season and then the whole of next season as well on his contract. But we want to sell him for money, so maybe selling him in the summer transfer window would be a better than January, as he's going to score loads of goals, could even get 20-30 goals this season and this year especially. So yeah, hopefully he doesn't go. He's he's the best under 21 player definitely at the moment in the league, and it will be so important to keep Ali. But that is the end of my video of my January transfer targets for AFC Wimbledon. Please let me know down in the comment section below who you think AFC Wimbledon should sign and why. Let me know. I'll try and respond to all of your comments. But thank you for watching. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you very much.